I want to welcome all of you to Cyble, cybersecurity or information security from the perspective of the biblical ancient text. Cyble. Welcome to a new way of thinking about cybersecurity or information security. Alongside our course, The Digital Guardian, we are offering this optional and unique perspective that bridges the wisdom of the past with the challenges today. So we're going to offer cybersecurity through a unique lens, through a fresh perspective, an entirely fresh perspective. As we explore the basics of staying safe in the digital world, we will also take some time to examine these concepts through the biblical lens. As I said, this optional approach draws from my years of experience as a rabbi and my deep appreciation for ancient texts like the Bible. You might not expect it, but many modern cybersecurity principles, like guarding against threats, maintaining integrity, and practicing accountability, are themes deeply rooted in Scripture. For example, just as a strong password protects your personal information, ancient teachings highlight the importance of building strong defenses to protect what matters most. By connecting these timeless insights to modern challenges, we will uncover how wisdom from thousands of years ago can still guide us in this fast-moving digital age. This unique perspective isn't here to replace the practical lessons of the course, The Digital Guardian. Instead, it is offered as an optional complement for those interested in seeing how timeless principles relate to the digital landscape. Whether you follow this angle out of curiosity, faith, or a love for learning, you would find it thought-provoking and relatable. By bridging the old and the new, we aim to inspire a deeper understanding of cybersecurity. It's a chance to see that the challenges we face in cyberspace are not so different from those faced by individuals and communities in the past. Together, we will explore how values like vigilance, trust, and responsibility hold the key to both ancient and modern security. Now, I want you to feel free to join us on this optional path as we look at cybersecurity concepts from a biblical perspective. Who knows? The ancient wisdom just might surprise you with how relevant it remains today. Follow the link in the description box to get to the course, The Digital Guardian, Mastering Cybersecurity or Mastering Information Security with Rabbi Akwetey Amaah. Now let's have a sneak peek.
Let's use the story of Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden. I dare to say that in cybersecurity, the story of the Garden of Eden serves as an allegorical narrative that echoes the core principles and challenges faced by security analysts today. When we delve into the tale of the Garden of Eden, we uncover a landscape rich with parallels to modern digital environments, filled with vulnerabilities, threat actors, and the critical need for stringent controls. These are all cybersecurity terms. Now, let's go into the Garden of Eden, and first, let's identify vulnerabilities. Okay. At the heart of the Garden of Eden is a fundamental vulnerability. Like you have vulnerabilities in networks, computer vulnerabilities, vulnerabilities in phones. What is this vulnerability that one, a fundamental one, that one can identify in the Garden of Eden? It is the presence of the forbidden fruit, the tree that they were asked not to eat of. This symbolic vulnerability represents unsecure data or weak points in a network susceptible to exploitation. Just as the tree stood exposed and tempting, it wasn't just exposed, it was tempting. Modern systems often contain unpatched software or inadequate access controls that open them to potential breaches. So we've identified a vulnerability in the Garden of Eden. I'm looking at this from the context of cybersecurity. I'm not saying that there was a vulnerability. I dare not say that. But I'm using the ancient text to paint a picture of how we can see cybersecurity concepts in the ancient text. So we've identified a vulnerability and exposed forbidden fruit. Now we're going to look at a threat actor. A threat actor is somebody who exploits a vulnerability. In this case, the serpent in the Garden of Eden can be likened to a sophisticated threat actor. He's not just a simple threat actor, he's a sophisticated one, employing social engineering tactics to exploit the human element, arguably the weakest link in cybersecurity. How does he do it? Like a phishing scheme, the serpent manipulates Eve by sowing doubt and curiosity, coaxing her into bypassing established controls for personal gain. God established controls. But through phishing, social engineering, this sophisticated threat actor, which is the serpent, was able to sow doubt and curiosity, coaxing Eve into bypassing the established controls that God had put in place for personal gain. So now, this highlights the importance of recognizing and understanding the tactics used by malicious actors to compromise systems. Okay, so now we've identified the vulnerability. We have identified a threat actor. Let's look at the controls. In cybersecurity terms, controls are proactive measures put in place to safeguard assets. Your computer is an asset, your phone is an asset, etc. So, controls are protective measures put in place to safeguard assets. God's directive not to eat the fruit can be seen as a security policy designed to protect the integrity of the Eden ecosystem. However, the policy fails when faced with persistent threats and insider vulnerabilities without enforcement mechanisms or awareness training. So you see how the policy fails, because there may have been persistent threats, which is coming from the serpent, and insider vulnerabilities without enforcement mechanisms or awareness training. So I'm arguing here that those who were in the Garden of Eden did not get sufficient training. So, the serpent, who is a very sophisticated threat actor, took advantage of that. Let's come to Adam and Eve for a second. And let me say this. Imagine if Adam and Eve had conducted penetration tests to evaluate Eden's security posture. These tests could have revealed the serpent's potential to exploit their vulnerabilities, prompting them to reinforce their defenses. So, was there a penetration test done? What are penetration tests? Penetration test is crucial for identifying weaknesses before malicious actors, like the serpent, can exploit them. So it's a proactive step that could have changed the course of events in Eden. So if Adam and Eve had possessed cybersecurity certifications, or they've gone through the training that we are about to embark on, they might have been equipped with the knowledge to recognize the serpent's tactics and the foresight to question the security of their environment. This is why training in cybersecurity is important. Cybersecurity training best practices could have empowered them to adhere strictly to the controls in place, resisting the temptation to deviate from set protocols. But that may have not been done. So what is the lesson learned when we take just this episode in the Garden of Eden? For today's cybersecurity analyst, the tale of the Garden of Eden serves as a powerful reminder of the importance of comprehensive security strategies. It underscores the need for robust controls, continuous monitoring, and the education of users to recognize and withstand the sophisticated tactics of threat actors, in this case, the serpent. So now you see that by drawing lessons from this ancient narrative, analysts can gain fresh insights into protecting modern digital gardens, which are networks in this case, from intrusion and compromise. I'm hoping that this angle would bring, open up a whole new, a different way of looking at cybersecurity. I believe that as we move forward, the story of Eden invites cybersecurity professionals to reflect on the balance between human curiosity and the need for security, urging us to remain vigilant, informed, and prepared for the challenges of our digital age. Through this lens, the Garden of Eden transforms from a cautionary tale into a blueprint for cultivating resilient cybersecurity defenses. I hope this piqued your interest. We would continue some other time.